Hey, welcome everybody. It's Adam back from HMO5. For some reason, like I said in the last episode, Andy and I were recording this, and we didn't record the audio like idiots. So I'm not blaming him; it's my fault. So I'm trying to play some catch up here and go ahead and get to a point like that we were at when we left off tonight. So trying to just go through this level as quick as possible, get some of these shit. Oh. So, another thing I mentioned in the other one, because the levels kind of carry over, and I didn't feel like resetting them for, just to record this. So if you, I can take a lot of hits, so it's not gonna do a whole lot to explode. And here's the end. Made it. So yeah, like this guy's. I have a lot of Skylanders, so they're not like they're not like all maxed out or anything like that. I'm not like really a completionist, which is weird. Collector, which is I collect things, but I don't complete things. That's it's weird. That's what I had. I don't remember which one's better or worse, but I get all these diamonds. Alright, and a rock guy is strong here, so I'm gonna switch over to a rock guy. So yeah, so yeah. What were we talking about? What was I talking about? It's hard to keep track of things when you're, recording by yourself or trying to think of things to talk about, and you get sidetracked easily. So, yeah, hi. Do this, do. So, I'll talk about what happened over this last weekend. I didn't really do a whole lot. I did go out to check out my friend Scott. Went with my buddy Brandon and my other buddy Jessica. They used to work with me at Hungry Howie's, and I hadn't hung out with Jessica in a while and Brandon in a while. Brandon a little bit more often. And I'd only been over there once, and it was a while ago. So I wasn't quite sure, because we were coming from a different direction too, on which way, or which house it was exactly. I mean, I was pretty sure I had it right when I pulled in the driveway, but so it's like, I'll paint the at night, almost. So it's pitch black because it's winter time. So it might as well be midnight. So we go up to this house. It's a farmhouse, and I'm telling Brandon. I knew it was, but for funny's sake, I was like, I think this is the right place. Well, then we get into her house. You have to go into the garage to get into the house. We pull in the garage, or pull up behind the garage, walk up to it. I open the door to go in the garage, and what do we see? To paint the picture even more, Jessica is a smaller girl, and we walk into the garage, and there are two dead cows. Yep, because her family are farmers, and they were going to butcher the cows the next day, or they cut the meat or whatever. So we walk in, and I'm like, I hope this is the right spot now, after seeing two cows hanging up there. So that was kind of funny, and Brandon out because he wasn't sure that we were at the right house, and like I said, it was familiar enough to me. So we knocked on the door, and she came out, and then we went out to went out and watched Scott play. So it was a good night. Afterwards, we went out to the Eagle Inn, went to the DD for the night, so I didn't get to get as drunk as I would have liked to, but it was still fun. So yeah, that was my weekend. Saturday we went Christmas shopping, Rusty and I, and then we went to this is her dance. She teaches dance. Her school, the owner of the school was taking everybody to dinner for like a Christmas type party. What did I need? Air? I'll make this guy. So where they decided to go.
Straight to the point.
I have allergies to fish apparently, and I learned that when I started working in the warehouse with Andy. We used to get they call them crackfish nuggets from the Lansing Fish Market, and it's delicious. However, is what I normally could, and then I would kind of like spit it up a little bit, and I wouldn't feel very good for the rest of that night and probably the next day, which was good because not good because it kind of killed my weekends, but good because we usually got it on Fridays. So we'd eat that, and I wouldn't feel good. So I learned that I was some sort, and shellfish, because we go to Yukai for our birthday, and they give us shrimp with our food. They throw it to your mouth or whatever. So I would eat the shrimp that came with it, which I never, I didn't care for shrimp to begin with. I don't feel like I'm really missing out, but I didn't not like it type of thing after I started eating from there. So I'd eat there, and then I wouldn't feel good from there. So I figured I can't eat shellfish too. So we go to we go to Mitchell's Fish Market, and literally there's 3 items on the menu that I can eat. I mean, besides sides or whatever, but 3 of their dishes that I can actually eat. And so yeah, I would have ordered steak anyway because I love steak. But it was just kind of funny because I only had 3 things to pick from. Everybody's like, "Oh, I can't decide what I want," and I'm like, "Well, do I want this cut steak, or do I want this cut, or do I want the chicken parmesan?" That was it. So yeah, 3 choices for me, and I was fine with it. But like I said, it's just not my ideal place to go. The food was delicious. They actually overcooked my steak, and the bartender / our waitress for the night, she came out and she was like, "No, that's not acceptable." So they remade my meal, gave it an upgrade for free. I didn't pay for it anyway. Rusty, the owner of the dance studio, paid for it. So that was really nice of them to take everybody out and do that. Oh shit, I'm missing these missiles. Kill him! Yay! Got him as he was leaving the screen. But yeah, so I'm thankful that they paid for all that and stuff and took us out, and I got to eat steak, which was the 2nd or 3rd time that week I ate steak because, like I said, I love steak. So it was a good day. I got my Christmas shopping done for my niece and nephew, and we made the decision that my sisters were going to take care of my parents' presents this year, and I'm just going to give them money for it because I'd done it the last couple of years. I picked out their presents. Rusty and I have, so that was my weekend. And Sunday I didn't really do a whole lot. Well, yeah, Saturday also there's it's kind of a cool story. There was a guy in Portland where I live who owned a guitar shop. It used to be a radio, so he fixed all those and sold those for years. He'd owned the shop, I think, since like World War II. He came back or something and bought the store, and he'd owned and operated it. So his family had a like a business closing sale and stuff, and had a bunch of great deals on the guitars and equipment stuff that they had there. So Rusty went down there. Oh, got some strings, new tuner because mine busted, and then I got a new stand for my cymbal, or so I can get another cymbal because it's half off. So trying to put a whole lot of money into a drum kit because I'm not an actual drummer, but that way, if I do get an actual drummer to come over and play or whatever, they can add a cymbal or two, So for this, I need a giant. So this is Thumpback, the water giant. And oops, gotta get over here. Yay! And I get all this extra treasure. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. So that was kind of a cool thing. And then we checked out the local that's downtown. We hadn't been in there yet, and that was kind of cool to go into. We got a couple things down there too. So yeah, that was my weekend actually. And then I watched the Detroit Lions lose on Sunday, and then we flicks. So the cool thing about Skylanders too is like you can keep playing. When you die, there's like a timer where I don't remember how long it is because you don't die that often. But if you happen to die with one of the Skylanders, but you get to keep playing with however many Skylanders you have, which, like I said in the last video, there's 32 in the first one and I have them all. And then there's, another 16 for the second one. I have all those, and then there's another 32 for this one. So I have all those, so you do the math. I'm not going to. However many Skylanders that makes it. I have a couple doubles too, so I have that many lives to use up if the game were getting too hard, which I'm only playing on normal right now, just to get through these things. Probably play it on hard. Nightmare's not unlocked for me yet, so I haven't beat this game. So this guy's kind of like overpowered. It seems like you can just keep tapping the button and he kills it. Go back down around. Go get this thing. Jump up here. Whoop, jump up here. Come back. Go. So what's cool too, with the Swap Force, they added not only like the elements, but they also added like different types. So there's like the ladder, there's a shovel, there's like a boost, there's a wheel, spring. So for this one, I need a ladder guy. So I need to find one of my ladders. I don't know what the other guy is. Who's the other one? Oh shit. I have them all spread out on my table. Oh yeah, it's this guy. I'll just be this guy. And then they give you different bonus levels too, so it gives you more incentive to buy more Skylanders. So those open, these coins. Help you with the upgrades. So you use those to buy your upgrades, which is nice. Wow, this guy's already level 10. I didn't know I used him this much. Wow. Yeah, it's weird going back to the game too, because I'm like, oh, I don't remember ever using this guy really, but apparently I used him quite a bit. Enough to level.
Good job.
My power-ups I can do is this roll thing. Go up here. Oop. So it's probably good that I picked this guy because he can take a lot of hits, and I'm going to get hit a lot probably. Alright, we're free. Some health back with that. Alright, going up the tree. Oh, go back over here. Yeah, the levels in this game are kind of long. There's a lot to like. I mean, there's not a ton, but there's a lot to do in them. It's pretty linear. Little side paths to like go through like these bonus missions and whatnot, and these bonus zones. So, and just like little side paths to go look for things. Also in this game, if you combine them, there's a checkoff thing to do each of them. So you do each combination, and it's part of the thing. Oh shit! Where'd he go? There he is. There's a bomb. What is that? All right. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I apologize for just being me. If you were looking forward to Andy and me, well, those recordings are now deleted because. Yeah. So yeah, I will continue this, and we will hopefully get some stuff uploaded for you. And I hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing, and just let us know if you like it, and we will see you later.